And I mention this all the time on the show. America will right herself, and we've got disasters in Detroit. We're dependent on foreign oil. Technology will be the bridge.
Absolutely.
That helps America right herself.
Right.
And
even if you don't go to Fountainhead, go to college, study science, math, and technology. Okay. The other things are important too, but that's really where the growth is going to come from, and that's where we're falling behind internationally.
Let's go to Chris now on WNOX. Has a question for Richard. Chris, you're on the Phil Show on WNOX.
Oh yeah, Phil. I was just wondering, what kind of new technology is going to be available for a Citizens Band and ham radio?
I'm not sure exactly.
Personal communication with the Whitespace.
Think of it like this, and as far as I know, and you can tell me, is the ham radio industry still all analog, or is it digital and analog?
Everything I've got is analog.
Okay. Well, so, analog signals are going to require more battery power and, a larger device. So, but if the ham radio consortium, whatever they are, a group of guys, nationwide group, wanted to convert to digital, then I could foresee, some handheld ham radio devices that maybe also were internet devices and also radio and TV. I mean, you can just have some really interesting synergy, but I'm not sure how an analog ham radio setup would mix with this.
Yeah, but here again, I will tell you this, and Chris, and if you look at how far we've come in 10, 20 years, I mean, just the miracles of technology every day. I have a card in my wallet, and I stick it in a machine anywhere in the world, and I get money out of it.
That's considered a token, and your passcode is considered a key. Okay. And that's a common security scenario, is a token and a key, okay? And we're going to probably go to a culture where your token is no longer an item, but it might be something about yourself. It might be your face.
That might be the mark of the beast right there.
Well, I don't think we're not going to have a mark. We just have to see what your face looks like.
Well, the facial recognition software. Right. But what I was saying is this. You mentioned a device that could incorporate several things.
Right, absolutely.
Being a ham radio, you get your internet, look at how far we've come. I don't doubt that at all.
Yeah.
And somebody's got to be able to work on this, service it, get it.
It's not going to install itself.
Amen.
It's not going to fix itself.
Yeah, Chris, thanks for the call. Let's grab Alan real quick. Let's get one more call for Richard. Alan, you're on WNOX. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Phil.
Howdy.
I was wanting to know, people living in the outlying areas, are they going to need antennas to pick this Whitespace up?
I tell you what, you can actually go and look up Motorola Canopy, and that's their product that they're going to be introducing, I think, later next year at Canopy. And it will be an antenna, but it'll probably be more like a white box that'll be on your house. But you're absolutely on the money with the rural area. This will be hot for people that live in rural areas that can't get cable modems and can't get DSL. And, satellite-based internet access does work, but it's still not the best solution. Whereas I think this new Whitespace-based internet connection will be just as fast as a cable connection.
Yeah, I'd actually heard about this on a show that comes on Saturday nights on your all station.
Yeah.
But they said it would be good for the rural areas, and we have no direct like cable access or anything like that.
Well, you'll probably be able to get TV shows and everything through this. You might be able to get your phone service through this someday, even to where, that's your connection. You'll have to have hardwire for electricity, for now, but that might become wireless too.
It's a whole new platform.
Yeah.
Let me ask you one other question. I got a thing from my electric cooperative a couple of years ago, said they might actually be able to put computer access.
Right. Internet connection, that's using the magnetic field that surrounds the conductor that comes to your house from the power company. And there's some noise issues with that, and then also the transformer outside your house is kind of like a big gate that's going to block it. And so they have to come up with transformers that would allow that frequency of data to come through. So anyway, there's some issues with that, but theoretically that does work.
All right, Alan, thanks for the call. Richard, would you be willing to come back? Let's get him back in here in February,
sure,
before the digital conversion, and get some other engineering types. And what we can do, we'll get Tim Berry, We'll get Richard Rackley. We'll get an engineer from Channel 8 or whatever. We'll do a little round table and just let folks, not only can we talk about new technology, we can talk about existing technology and how it's going to change.
Right.
Would you be willing to do that?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. It's a done deal.
Here.
I can't thank you enough. Well, first of all, for your business and a nice pin for Phil. I'm holding it up here.
I took some pictures of it so I can show my people at work.
Very good. And tell everyone over there hi, and thank you so much for being with us, Richard Rackley. FountainheadCollege.edu. Is there anything on your website about the Whitespace yet?
Not yet. We're going to get some news articles up there.
Well, and you guys, as technology continues to expand, I mean, you go in, if you find an area where humans are needed, you teach it.
Yeah. And therefore, anything we teach is hot. And we have one last thing. We have wireless training coming available this summer, but we'll talk about more.
Okay, so I can sit at home and then learn.
Yeah, right.
Wow. Right. I've never done that before. Well, I have with TV, but I'm learning really bad
That's learning?
stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Well, let me tell you something. I am very good at SpongeBob trivia, let me tell you.
That's right.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.